What's up, guys? So today I'm going to be doing the install of this carbon fiber steering wheel that I got on Amazon. It came with the carbon fiber, the perforated leather with red stitching, also the red 12 o'clock racing stripe, and I've got these carbon fiber trim pieces that go with the buttons too. So the first thing that I'm going to do is disconnect my battery because we are going to be working with the airbag and I would hate for that to blow up in my face. So I'm going to go disconnect the battery, but I'm not going to show you all that because I assume you'll know how to disconnect the negative terminal of a battery. But I'll be back. I'm going to go disconnect that battery terminal. All right, I got my battery disconnected. So the first thing that I'm going to do is come around to this side, and right there are some trim pieces that I need to take back, and there are 2 bolts on either side. So I'm going to take those out, take those bolts out, and that is going to drop out this airbag piece. So I got those trim pieces covered off. And as you can see, there's the bolt right there. I believe they're 8mm, I haven't seen yet, but got them both off. So now I'm just going to take this off, take those bolts out, and I'll drop this airbag piece. So I got these bolts out on the side, so now this airbag is ready to come out. So I'll just wiggle it out. And it's very important that you disconnect your battery for this part because you're dealing with the airbag and this could absolutely blow up on you. Come get in on this. So back here, there's 2 connections. You want to disconnect both of these connections so you can take this airbag piece off because it's going to be reused in the new steering wheel. And so what I'm going to do is, I think you just pinch down on either side and it removes. And these are side specific, but inside the steering wheel, or inside the airbag, excuse me. So there's a black and white connection, but then there's a black and gray. So the white goes to the gray, the black goes to the black. So now the airbag is out, and you can set this aside because it's time to start taking out the entire steering wheel. So now the next thing that I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take out the steering wheel buttons because I'm gonna reuse these buttons in my new steering wheel. So I'm just gonna have to, I think these just slide out. They just slide out if you push this way. And then I'll disconnect this connection, and then I'll start working on getting this U out because it's gonna be reused as long as these wires, and there's a ground back here I'll have to put in my new steering wheel. So I'm gonna start working on that. So I got my buttons taken out. All you have to do is I got this trim tool and I just press right here and it slid them out that way. Took the connections out, and then I'm gonna take this T30 bit and I'm gonna work around these 3 T30 screws to take out this U because that's going to need to be put in my new steering wheel. So I'm going to get that out, and so I'm going to get started. All right, so I got this little U bracket for the airbag out, and so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to undo this ground right here so I can put that back in my new steering wheel, and then I'm going to undo this big connection back here. And then what I'll do is this steering wheel bolt next, and we should be good to go. This probably is going to be a really small T-bit is what it looks like. And so I'm just going to use my screwdriver on my small T-bit to get that ground out, and I'll take that whole wiring harness out. All right, so I've got this big old honking 24mm bolt socket to take out this 24mm bolt. So what I'm going to do is see if I probably got to hold the steering wheel. See if I can hold it with my leg. Oh yeah, it's gonna be tough to. There we go. I had to use my torque wrench for this because my other screw wasn't big enough, or my other ratchet. The thing wasn't big enough to fit this big old 24mm on here. But this bolt is a torque to yield bolt, which means it can basically only be used once because the threads will get messed up and won't torque back the same. So it's important that you buy a new one of these to use for the reinstallation, which I picked up on CJ Pony Parts. It was like 30 something bucks. With shipping, it came out to almost 50, which is pretty crazy. But it ended up only being, a $30 part right out the gate. But this thing's coming out real nice. And so, as you can see, here it is. I could probably have reused this one and spared the 50 bucks, but Ford recommends that this is a one-time use bolt, so I'm going to follow what the manufacturer says. But as you can see, this one's still probably good, but I already got my new one, so I might as well use it. All right, so now what I'm going to do is put this to the side, and now this should come off. I bet it's gonna need some persuasion because this thing's probably been on here since it was made in 2014, but see if I can't give it some persuasion to... There it goes. I'd be careful with the wires. So I just gotta... Uh-oh. Oh no, it's still good, it's still good. I just gotta take off the wires off this part so that I can put my new wheel in, so that's what I'm gonna do. Alright, so now I'm ready to put the steering wheel bolt in, and the steering wheel bolt is torqued to 41 foot-pounds, so I've got my torque wrench, and I'm gonna set it towards 41. I need to loosen a little bit. Let's see, that's 30, that's 41. So now I'm going to tighten down here so it doesn't move. All right, so now I'm going to take this new torque bolt that I got from CJ Pony Parts, because you have to get a new one for every time. It's only meant to be used once, and once you loosen it, it cannot be used again. Looks like they provided some Loctite on the threads for me. So what I'm going to do is just put it right in there. I'm going to get it hand tight before I start torquing on it. Just doing this. All right, starting to get pretty tight. I hope I didn't cross thread it. We'll see, I guess. Oh, put my torque wrench. Ooh, hitting things. Get this on there and start getting her torque down. Oh, that rotated. Hold on. It's gonna mess up my torque spec. It rotated down here. I guess I didn't have it tight enough. Now it's on 42. Need you on 41. I guess shouldn't hold it down there, I guess. Alright, we're getting there. Still a bit to go. It's taking a while, that's for sure. All right, I feel it starting to give me some resistance. So what I'm gonna do is turn the wheel until it gets locked. I think I have to, I don't think I have to put it on the on position. I think I just turn this. I thought you could turn it until it gets to the locked position. I guess not, I don't know. That's what a video said, but it's not working for me. Let's try to, see that rotated again. Need you on 41. Should I get this and hold against it maybe? Maybe I'll start at a lower torque spec and work my way up to 41 to be ensure that I'm not gonna go past it, just to be safe. Let's start at, hey, 10. Sounds like a good starting spot for me. Oh, shoot. That ain't right. Hold it with my knees. That felt like a lot more than 10 foot-pounds. I don't know. Why is it not clicking? 10 foot-pounds? Come on now. Do your job. I mean, the bolt's definitely on there. I would like to get it torqued to the factory spec, because that would be smart. But it's not doing it. I don't know why it's not doing it. But we gonna figure it out. Get it on there. That's a lot of torque. All right, so I got this on here. I did not get to 41 foot-pounds of my torque wrench. I did steps of, I went to 10, I did 20, I did 30. They all clicked. I went to 41. We were cranking on that thing. It did not click. We got almost a full, what would that be? That would be whatever a quarter of 360 is. What is that, 90? We got a full, yeah, that's 90. I'm an idiot. We got a full 90 degrees of rotation with no click. I think this thing is on here good enough. I mean, it's pretty solid. I don't think that's going anywhere. So now I'm going to take this little tiny bolt that I got, or screw. I'm going to reconnect this ground in here for, I guess, all the steering wheel buttons. So I'm just going to slide it through here first, and then work on threading it through there. I don't think I'm going to be able to thread this by hand, so I'm just going to go ahead and grab my screwdriver that already has this bit on it. I don't remember what size it was. Let me see. It is a T20 bit. This is a T20 screw up here for this ground. So I'm just going to take it and screw it back in. So this thing will be grounded. There we go. Going in. Just like that. Get it all the way down. That's solid. All right, now I'm gonna replace. All right, now I think the next step in the plan, and I'm not sure yet, is if I should put in my buttons and my carbon trim, or I definitely think I should do this U first. I think this U should be first before the buttons and everything, just so I don't accidentally scratch up the carbon trim and all that sort of stuff while I'm trying to do this. So this will just go, this has got to feed through here. Oh, come back. Come back. Uh-oh. This spring just fell off me just holding it. Surely it just sits in this. Yeah, it just sits on that. So I didn't break it or nothing. It just sits right in there. All right, so come through. This is fighting me. And then I'm gonna grab my, can't remember, it was the T30 something. Let's see. Oh, it's right here. It was the T30. Yep, T30 bit. Put the T30 bit in here and grab these. I'm gonna start with this top right one, because why not? Grab this and start getting it hand threaded on here. Hold on, that didn't go in very easy. Let me just try that again. This thing hand threaded. It's giving me a lot of resistance early, but I'm sure it's fine. Hopefully we're not cross threading anything. If we are, you know what? It's all right. That one's hand tight. These were in here pretty tight, I will say. When I was getting them out, they were in here pretty tight. All right, there's that one. Go tighten this down. All right. That one's in there pretty good. I'll go up here first. Or next. Sideways for me. It's outside. It's outside. Oh. My camera girl special. Hi. Hey. I love you though. I love you. Alright, so we got these in here. Pretty good. Actually, that one down there. Is it supposed to be? I think it's probably supposed to be. Yeah. It's supposed to definitely be loose like that, because that's for the horn. Let me just make sure this isn't. This could probably get a few more cranks into it. Okay. Yeah, now it's pretty good. All right. Because, yeah, it's supposed to separate like that to be able to slide for the horn, it seems. That seems about right to me. Does it seem right to you? All right, I'm going to connect this piece back on here because it was on my old one. So why not put everything back the way it was? All right, now I'm going to put in my buttons. So what I'm going to do is, this is this side, so I'm just going to plug. I'll plug them in after because they were kind of a pain to unplug, so I don't want to unplug them again. Oh, maybe it's probably the trim they slide into because that doesn't sit right there. So I'm going to go grab my trim that it comes with. Let's do the bottom one first. Why not? Let's do the bottom one. So for this, it just slides in here, and I think they should just clip in. I don't see why not. I don't know. What do you think? Okay. Okay. Seems hopeful. Just press them on in there. I can always go look at my old steering wheel and see what it looks like to get some inspiration for how this is supposed to go in here. But this is seeming, just gotta get this pressed in here, down here. This is seeming pretty right to me. I mean, I think that's in there pretty good. What do you think? Looks, maybe we could use some work on the edges. How are these edges?
Are you sure that's the bottom one?
Oh yeah, this is definitely the bottom one. But these edges, they look pretty good to me. What do you think? Like that seems beautiful right there. It looks like these fit pretty good, but yeah, I can look at my old one. Let's see. So, I mean, yeah, the fitment along the edge is obviously probably a little bit better for the factory one because came factory, obviously. But I think this is in here pretty well. It looks like it sits under this lip. Oh, I didn't take this thing out. I forgot about this one. I have to take out this surround shroud thing and put it on here. And I had to put it on before the bolt. Oh, shit. Uh-oh. Pause. All right, so I royally screwed up by not putting this piece on. So I had to undo everything I just did and retorque this bolt. I said, hey, we'll just use the same bolt. I barely torqued it. We got it down to 41 foot-pounds, whatever. Got these two trims on. I'm about to get this trim on. And then I'm going to put the buttons back in. And then I'm going to put the airbag back in, reconnect these, put the bolts back in the side, put these little covers on up here. And then I'm gonna get this thing completed, go get my battery turned on, make sure everything works on my steering wheel and all of that. But so far, this thing is looking beautiful. So now I'm about to get this other trim piece on. And I mean, I can link this down below. I'll put a link in the description. But the build quality, for $300, you get the D bottom, the racing stripe, the carbon fitment, the carbon trim. The fitment is amazing. There's like no gaps anywhere. It slid right in there. I mean, for $300, I could not be happier with this. So I went ahead and wrapped up this install off camera just because there was a few things to button up. It looks wonderful. I mean, look at this. This thing looks beautiful. I am so happy with this. The only flaw that I could find, all this other trim fit perfectly. The only flaw, which you can't even see from straight ahead, is there's a little bit of gap alongside here. And I think that's just because I messed up and didn't put this part on, and I had to redo everything. That's why I messed up. And I might not have pulled it all the way forward, but I mean, it's honestly not that big a deal. Like, it's a little bit of gap. I mean, it's my finger, I guess. My whole finger can fit in there, but you can barely even see it. I mean, you'd be able to see it from the side, but I'm not worried about it. I think it looks fine. I mean, if I really wanted to, I guess I could redo this entire thing, but I'm not doing that. So I think it looks pretty good. So I'm super excited to get to drive with this, and I'm so happy with this. Thank you for watching.